backyard. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We are in Scott's set for a change. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
And together we're Backyard Musings or Living Room Musings.
Today,
Science and Technology Channel.
Yep. We've been there for a while. We haven't been in the backyard for a while.
I know. This is great, huh?
Yeah. And we're talking about another health topic. So, autism and ADHD.
This is the producers.
Yeah.
Can't get around the producers.
Yeah.
Okay. Researchers have found that the severity of autism symptoms, rather than the diagnosis itself, is linked to patterns of brain connectivity associated with genes connected to autism and ADHD. A study published in Molecular Psychiatry on October 23rd, last year, 2025, suggests that the biology underlying autism and ADHD does not fit neatly into current diagnostic categories. Well, strange, big surprise there. Although clinicians have long recognized that autism and ADHD frequently occur together, scientists have struggled to pinpoint the very mechanisms behind that overlap. Would you like to know more?
Researchers from the Child Mind Institute and collaborating centers found that the intensity of autism symptoms, rather than whether a child carries a diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder, ADHD, or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, is linked to specific patterns of brain connectivity and gene activity. The results add to a growing shift in psychiatry towards understanding neurodevelopmental conditions along dimensions of traits and biology rather than as strictly separate disorders.
I didn't know if those could be connected, but I guess it makes sense, right?
You're on the screen.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I suppose it could make sense if they're together, right?
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
The research team led by Adriana DiMartino, a medical doctor, founding director of the Autism Center at the Child Mind Institute and senior research scientist, analyzed resting state functional MRI scans from 166 verbal children between the ages of 6 and 12. I guess verbal, that means talking and chattering. Yeah. Who have been diagnosed with autism or ADHD without autism. Resting state imaging allows scientists to measure how different brain regions communicate while a person is not engaged in a specific task, offering insight into underlying network organization.
Okay. Children with more pronounced autism symptoms showed stronger connectivity between regions in the frontoparietal FP and default mode DM networks. These networks play central roles in executive functioning, attention, and social cognition. In the typical development, connectivity between these networks tends to decrease over time as the brain becomes more specialized. The heightened connectivity observed in children with greater symptoms or symptom severity suggests differences in how these networks mature.
This is science to me. I
mean, do you know anybody with either one of these? I mean, I know some people that are, they call them on the spectrum or whatever. So.
Yeah, I mean, I know someone very close to me who has ADHD. Very close to me, if you know what I mean. That has ADHD, but she won't admit it.
Oh, let's not get personal on the call. So, okay.
Importantly, this pattern appeared across the full group of children, regardless of whether they were formally diagnosed with ASD or ADHD. The connectivity differences also aligned with maps of gene expression in the brain, particularly genes involved in neural development that had previously been linked to both conditions. This overlap points to biological pathways that may cut across diagnostic labels.
Okay. Quote, we see in the clinic that some children with ADHD share symptoms qualitatively similar to those observed in autism, even if they do not fully meet the diagnostic criteria for ASD. This is according to Dr. Adriana DiMartino. Going on with a quote, by focusing on shared brain gene expression patterns linked to autism symptoms across both ASD and ADHD, we can point towards the shared biological basis for these clinical observations. Our findings provide a more nuanced, dimensional understanding of neurodevelopmental conditions, unquote.
Okay. The researchers were able to find this overlap between patterns of connectivity and gene expression by using a novel integrative approach that combines state-of-the-art neuroimaging with an in silico spatial transcriptomic analysis. Say that 4 times.
Big words in this
Fast
thing.
time, yeah. A computational method that maps the connectivity patterns observed in participants against existing databases of where genes are expressed in the brain. This approach may be useful for future development of biomarkers associated with these neurodevelopmental conditions.
Children diagnosed with ASD who show more severe autism traits display brain connectivity patterns that are also seen in a subset of children with ADHD who do not have formal autism diagnosis.
This is fascinating.
This sounds very confusing to me.
Well, it's fascinating. I mean, they're finding the little common stuff.
Yeah.
The observed differences in brain connectivity correspond with regions where genes involved in neural development are active.
The results indicate that overlapping behavioral features in autism and ADHD may stem from shared genetic influences.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Processes that guide the maturation of large-scale brain networks appear to play an important role in the emergence of autistic traits in children with ASD, as well as in some children diagnosed with ADHD.
The findings reinforce the value of combining dimensional approaches, which focus on symptom severity with traditional diagnostic categories when studying neurodevelopmental conditions.
This research lays the groundwork for identifying biological markers relevant to both autism and ADHD, and for developing models that better predict vulnerability to more severe autism symptoms.
The findings suggest that focusing on specific symptom dimensions and their biological correlates may lead to more precise recognition and treatment approaches tailored to individual neural profiles.
The results support a growing movement in psychiatry toward dimensional, transdiagnostic, and data-driven models of mental health. This approach has also been championed by the Child Mind Institute through its Healthy Brain Network, a landmark initiative that enables families to receive no-cost diagnostic assessments. That's great.
That is cool.
And provides researchers with neuroimaging and phenotypic data from the thousands of children.
That's about
It's
the
a
only
win-win.
thing that I understood in this whole story is that they receive no-cost diagnostic assessments. That
It's win-win.
is really
for
good.
both of them.
Yeah. So
We'll pay you money. Let us look at your brain.
yeah, that's
I'm
great.
I'm going to donate my brain to science when I kick.
Okay. We'll see how that comes out.
Well, I hope this helped you. If you know anything about these ADHD or autism, leave a comment for us. I mean, all of us would like to learn from this.
And for those that have a child or know someone that's has this disease, I guess it's called a disease, right?
Yeah.
I feel for you because it can be tough.
It is tough. Yeah.
Yeah, very tough. So we'll see you this afternoon. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Have a good one.